So Ziggy, the NFC West, the 49ers trying to bust down the door. They just can't seem to win the Super Bowl, even though they're there almost all the time, it seems now. Your Rams, we know you like them, but Aaron Donald's gone. Matthew Stafford, how far can he carry them? Seahawks, finally bringing new coach. Pete Carroll's out, Mike McDonald in. And the Cardinals are rolling with Kyler Murray. Full offseason where he's healthy. Jonathan Gannon going into year 2. What are you predicting for the NFC West in 2024?
A lot of people aren't going to want to hear this, but at number 4 in the NFC West, I have the Seahawks. I get that the team was all right this year, but the offense continues to be disappointing. They're rolling in a new regime, and that always takes adjustment. I feel like a lot of the teams around them are either way better than them or have improved, and I just don't feel the same with the Seahawks. So I've got them 4th. 3rd, I have the Rams.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think this Rams team has the talent to win the division, but they had a horrible injury luck in 2022 and pretty good injury luck in 2023. This season, I think it's going to even out a lot more. It's tough for me to see Stafford playing an entire season. I think people don't realize just how important Aaron Donald was to that defense. I know everyone around him basically is a year older, but they lost Jordan Fuller and they lost one of the best players in the entire NFL. So I think the defense is going to take a step back. The offense is going to have some health problems. Number 2, I have the Arizona Cardinals, and they're dead last in odds to finish in the division. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. I believe that Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. You just surround him with the right pieces. And I know this is our pre-draft preview, but there's every reason to believe Kyler Murray is going to get an incredible weapon in this draft, and that we're going to see a team both on offense and defense that's a lot better than it was last year. So when you combine a quarterback who I think is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFC with an improved roster around him, easy number 2. But number 1, there's no question in anyone's mind. They're one of the most favored. I actually looked. They are even more favored than the Chiefs to win their division. They're the most favored team in the entire NFL. No one's got the 49ers losing this division. Best offense, best defense, best depth, best coach. There's no question.
I was thinking there was a brief chance Ziggy was going to pull out a rabbit out of his hat there and say something that's absurd.
I actually like that, Ziggy. I think that's a nice list with a surprise team in the Cardinals taking a bit of a jump there.
I thought you were going Cardinals 1. I thought you were going Cardinals.
No, that would be ridiculous.
I thought you were going to have the Rams higher because you're a Rams guy. I would say the only flip that I would make is I would put the Rams at 2 and the Cardinals at 3. But I think Arizona will be a lot better. And I actually really like Jonathan Gannon. I know that people make fun of him. The intro video when he first came out as coach, some of the other videos from his press or his meetings were rubbing people the wrong way. Some people see quirky. I saw a guy that the team listened to and responded to and respected and got results when Kyler came back. They were good when Murray came back. I mean, not great.
No, but it's time to put whatever preseason stuff you thought you saw aside. This team, despite being putrid, played for him every single game. And they did, honestly, considering the circumstances they did pretty good.
Last time Kyler was healthy, started the year 9-0. I'd agree, probably one of the better quarterbacks in the conference. I agree with Seattle at number 4, which is an unflashy, kind of boring team to me.
They feel stale to me.
Yeah,
the Seahawks.
They're unflashy, a little bit boring.
Still like a competitive team though. Like they're not a team that you roll over. I mean, they almost, they were threatening for the playoffs.
Yeah, but I'm there 4, Arizona 3, I go Rams 2, and Niners 1.
So Ziggy, I wanted to ask you though, with Matthew Stafford and the Rams, is it the Aaron Donald retirement? Is that big of an impact in you keep putting them at 3 instead of 2? Or is it just you think a little bit of regression is going to come?
The defense last year was all Aaron Donald. And last year they had the worst special teams in the league, a pretty good offense and an average defense. Mm-hmm. The special teams ain't getting better. With Aaron Donald gone, that defense, I think, will be one of the worst in the league. And there's some decent players, right? But decent players here means like Russ Yeast. No star is coming into the Los Angeles defense. And then you worry about, Cooper Kupp seems to get hurt every year. Stafford was nearing retirement. I don't know. It's tough for me to see this team putting together a complete season, even though if they're healthy any given week, I think they're a threat.
Yeah, the Matthew Stafford impact to me, I think he's the best quarterback in the NFC. So when you have that, I think the Rams are actually a sneaky division winner prospect, just in terms of when you have a guy like him who can turn it on as long as he's healthy. that offense with Sean McVay, I know it's crazy. I'm not picking against the 49ers. You have to pick them to win the West, but I like the Rams. I thought they played really, really well this year.
I mean, the Rams, probably the best QB in that whole NFC West, and one of the 2 or 3 best teams in football to close out the last half of last season.
We talked about it. I mean, we watched them play the Lions. If they beat Detroit, it has shocked anyone if they made a run to the NFC Championship game.
Donald gone is a huge loss, which is why I wouldn't even touch him at 1, but I think they're number 2.
Okay, so there we go for the NFC West with Ziggy. We'll move on to the NFC South. And remember, if you're enjoying this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comment section what you think of our prediction for any division. As you're clicking along, we should have the timelines or chapters, whatever you call them, in the bottom of the video, so you could find the division for your team.
Let me know if someone else believes in the Cardinals.
Yeah, does anyone else believe in the Cardinals? Just let us know in the comment section.
We had a comment recently. He's like, do you know any? Right? Didn't he say, do you know any? Or he said, no, I know a bunch of Cardinals fans. I'm from Arizona.
Oh, yes.
So I bet he's a believer in the Cardinals. Whoever, if he's watching. I forget his name.
No, that was. I think it was along the lines of like, I haven't met a Cardinals fan since 2000.
We were saying like we haven't met any Cardinals fans ever. Do they exist?
We do live in New Jersey, though.
Yeah.
Where are you going to find Cardinals fans?
I think I said like, I don't even know if there's fans of their own games. But then he said, he's like, no, trust me. Like, there's fans. Like, I'm from Arizona. There are fans. So whatever his name is.
The NFC.
We're Cardinals believers, buddy.
You see Zach moving along the mouse over here. I wonder if Ziggy.
Him moving along the mouse keeps making this ridiculous Zoom bar pop up. On the bottom.
Zach's falling asleep.
I think Zach might have been asleep. I think he might have been asleep.
Yeah. Or what we got?
He needs some AFC East talk.
Pretty soon he might lose the title best executive producer in the game.
Zach, a snoozer.
Zach, you want some coffee?
Yeah, we could bring. How do you drink your coffee, Ziggy, these days?
I don't drink coffee.
Same, Ziggy, same.
Actually, I do remember being in the car one time with Ziggy and we were talking coffee, me, him, and Matt, and Ziggy goes, isn't it kind of crazy that this nation has a pretty bad addiction to a drug and just goes completely unnoticed? Like, no one really talks about it.
Is caffeine a drug?
Oh, caffeine, yes.
Yeah, it's a mind-altering drug.
Yeah.
I mean, I have coffee every morning.
You are dependent on a mind-altering drug to get through your day.
Yeah.
No, just wake me up. It wakes me up.
Yeah.
You are dependent on a mind-altering drug.
Like alcohol, alcohol makes you like what's the true definition of like alcohol is affecting you, caffeine has an effect on you.
It doesn't mean it's a drug though, right?
It's a drug.
I have Dunkin' Donuts every morning when I wake up.
Look, here's what a drug is, right? It's a chemical substance that causes changes in like your physiology. Caffeine is literally stopping certain receptors from binding in your brain. It is a mind-altering drug.
Yeah, no, you're.
Hey, if it wakes me up and gets me through, call me a drug addict.
I'll just never forget that from Ziggy going. We have so many people who are addicted to a drug and it just goes completely like disregarded in the country. And I was like, yeah, that's a great point, but people need their coffee. So
if it wakes me up and gets me through.